Hello and welcome to episode 1 of my Minecraft series, where my main goal is to play as long as I can until I get, essentially bored. I'm honestly aiming for 1,000 days, but we'll see how long that will last. In this episode, I'll be spending most of my time building my starter house, and all the shenanigans in between, so enjoy! Just a quick disclaimer, the first 3 minutes of this video is a bit pixelated, as the footage came from my first ever stream, and I haven't really fixed up the settings too well, so yeah. The quality does get better as I tested things out off stream, so don't worry. I'll just place a timestamp in the description for those who want to skip to that point. Now, what I did on the first day was the usual. Get some wood and start exploring. Now, in Minecraft, I don't usually explore since I get lost pretty easily, but I actually had a goal in mind. Find 2 of the best woods in the game, which I personally think is spruce and dark oak. Why are they the best woods? They just are, don't question me. Now that we have established that I am the correct person on this topic, here's some footage of me chopping wood. Although, let's not prolong this because this pixelated footage is killing me. Oh, and look at this baby zombie villager that totally did not scare me at all. Oh, whoa. Whoa, no, not already. I spent the night and some of day 2 trying to go back to where I spawned because I actually kinda like that area. It's pretty flat and easy to work with. Although I did get distracted on the way back by this cave, but I decided that I won't be exploring it since my only food source, rotten flesh, was gone and I wasn't on full health. To remedy that, I decided to approach the local wildlife and ask nicely, and they provided me with food that can nourish me while I go back on my journey. Once I was back, I made a mine shaft and started mining down until I got to a cave. I kinda just stayed there until day 3, which I also spent in that cave, killing monsters and looking for iron, possibly diamonds. I also made my bed in that cave, just in case I died there. On day 4, I decided to take a break from mining to check on the saplings that I got from exploring. This creeper decided it would be cool to sneak up on me, so I told it no, bad. Then it disappeared and became gunpowder. The saplings I planted grew, so I decided to chop them down so I could get more saplings, and I also thought it would be a good idea to start a wheat farm this early, so I won't need to farm for seeds later. I went back down to the mine after that to get more iron and diamonds, but more importantly deep slate since I would be needing a lot of that for my build. Soon enough, day 5 arrived and my pickaxe broke. So I went to the surface to collect more materials like wood and stuff. If I'm being honest, day 5 and 6 is just me collecting resources, so I might just speed that up for you guys. Day 7 is when I started planning for my base. I started flattening this mountain on the side of my mine shaft and placing some random gray blocks to have some sort of outline for what I'm doing. For the foundation, I decided to use a gradient of tuff, cobble, cracked stone brick, normal stone brick, stone, then andesite. But I realized I didn't have enough materials for that, so day 8 to 11 is just me going back and forth from the mine to the build. On day 8, I did have some visitors. I quickly dealt with them and put their flag on my wall to warn the others. Now look, the quality is good now! If any of you actually dealt with the crappy video quality earlier, I appreciate you. You guys are the best. Yeah, I realized after a bit of research that the reason my stream quality was crappy was my bitrate. It was at 2K or something, so I dealt with that. I might test the stream settings further, but I also discovered some recording settings on OBS, so the footage I have now is surprisingly good. Anyway, on day 11, I farmed for a ton of oak logs because I'm gonna need a lot of it for flooring and detail work. I also chopped a bunch of spruce and stripped it for the same reason. I spent day 12 and 13 working on my house, and look at this progress! Look at this, pillar thing. Look at this amazing flooring. Anyway, on day 14, I realized that most of my iron was gone, since I've been going through a lot of tools, so I decided to go mining for iron specifically. Somewhere in between, I think I made a potato farm, not really relevant. I kind of ended this session there because I haven't eaten breakfast at this point, so I decided to take a rest here. After eating, I went back to it, collecting more resources for my house. At this point, I'm slowly realizing that this house is pretty resource intensive, but I've spent too much time on it to go back now. So the days went by just gathering resources and building, gathering resources and building, again and again and again and again until... my first death. I was removing some dirt that I placed down as guidelines, and it didn't occur to me that the floor up here was not infinite, so yeah. Luckily, I didn't set this world to hardcore. I already knew that I couldn't handle that because of the way I build. I didn't really die in a dangerous area, so I just went back to where I died and collected my stuff, and I didn't really lose anything except my levels and my pride. The thing is, I forget about my hunger a lot, and when I get lazy, I just eat the rotten flesh in my inventory, so I don't really get to regen most of the time. I learned from my mistakes and cooked a bunch of potatoes after. I also took a break from building to collect more deep slate because I'm going to need a lot for my roof, and on the way, I found some diamonds. After that, just back to building. If you're still watching at this point, I would honestly like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. A video of this format is honestly new to me, and I severely underestimated how much footage I needed to even make it to this point. So, if you guys like this kind of content, please let me know in the comments, and maybe like and subscribe if that's cool. Thanks. Now, enough of that. The rest of day 23, I went back down to the mines for some deep slate. I kinda got distracted because I kept hearing lava, and I was thinking about enchantments for a while now, and I needed some lava for obsidian. So, I tried mining around that level to look for it, but I couldn't really find it. I even tried turning the sound subtitles on to hopefully help me, but no luck, so I just went back to my original objective and kept mining deep slate. Along the way, I kind of ran out of torches, but I wasn't really in the mood to look for coal veins, so I threw a stack of logs in my furnace for some charcoal, and while that was cooking, I went back to building my roof. This went on for a while till day 24. Then it turned nighttime, so I went back to the mines so I didn't need to sleep or deal with phantoms. Honestly, I probably should have just slept because while I was exploring this cave, a bunch of creepers decided to spawn, and look at the amount of creeper encounters I've had. It wasn't actually that bad, but I didn't really want to deal with them, so I just let them blow up, and I went back to my little deep slate mining area thing, so things wouldn't bother me. Soon enough, it was day 25, and I kept mining. I did go back to the surface at some point to continue building my roof, but nothing really happened besides that. Day 26, again, nothing too interesting. I did finish building my roof though, so I started collecting wood to build some other details like the walls under my roof, or whatever they're called. Now, going to day 27, oh boy, well, long story short, I died. For every death I experience, I become increasingly thankful that this isn't in hardcore. Although, that isn't off the table. I just have to be less stupid, and I think I'll be able to last. But right now, evidently, I can't. I also found this zombie villager just chilling outside my mine shaft, so I quickly built a boat and dug a tunnel for it to sit in while I still didn't have the things I needed to revive it, or cure it, whatever the right term is. Day 28 is just me building, so I'm just skipping over that day. Day 29, as I was building, I did something stupid. And you probably guessed it. I died. I'm not gonna dwell on it as much as before because this is gonna be a regular occurrence, I'm realizing now. Day 30, I finally finished building most of my house. And by that, I mean the roof and my walls. But I didn't really add any windows, so I quickly punched out some holes where I want my windows, and I went outside to get some sand for some glass. I also got some white and light gray dyes, so I don't have to deal with the kind of harsh texture normal glass has. While waiting for that to smelt, I decided to start working on an actual farm plot that would fit with my base, and this went on until day 31. I wanted a wheat field to sit right by my house so it would look pretty and stuff, and for the potatoes, I'm gonna leave them there for now. Day 32, while I was building, I met another zombie villager, so same protocol. Build a boat and make a hole for it to sit in. Having all these zombies here makes me want to go to the nether for stuff, but maybe in the next episode. I finally finished building my house on day 31, and admittedly, it's not technically done. I haven't done the interior or anything, but still, it's a house that I can stay in. I'm gonna have to do some traveling to get more stuff for my house, which feels kind of daunting right now, so I'm gonna take a break. For now, here's a bit of a shader view on my house. Sadly, I'm also going to be ending the first episode here. As much as I want to extend this, I really don't have the free time to be a 100-day per episode Minecrafter. I really underestimated how much playtime I needed, and the footage took a lot of space on my computer. And admittedly, I'm pretty new to this editing stuff. I'm an audio-only YouTuber, so I'm still not too proficient in these sort of things, so I'm gonna have to limit these episodes to 10 minutes. I might change that in the future, but to those who are still watching at this point, I would just like to give you guys another thank you. I know this isn't the type of content you came to my channel for, and honestly, I didn't think I would be making Minecraft videos either. Just to let you know, I'm not stopping ASMR. I just wanted to try something new and challenge myself. And honestly, I learned a lot from making this video. Editing and script writing aren't my fortes, but with this series, I hope I slowly get better. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Here's the mandatory like and subscribe to my channel message, and another thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.